Have you ever tried assembling IKEA furniture without the instruction manual? Yeah, that's what getting into a relationship without self-love feels like. Frustrating, messy, and you're probably going to end up with a few leftover emotional screws. Let me ask you something. Are you loving yourself the way you want someone else to love you? You can't pour from an empty cup. And if your cup has holes in it, well, that's just emotional leakage. We've all had moments where we looked in the mirror and thought, wow, you again? Or worse, how could anyone love this mess? Maybe it's after a breakup, or after seeing yet another engagement photo on Instagram while you're still in your why did I text them back phase. We start customizing ourselves to be more lovable. New haircut, new outfits, pretending to like hiking. But we forget the most lovable thing is authenticity. Let's get something straight. Two halves do not make a whole. This isn't a pizza. A healthy relationship is two whole people choosing to come together. Not out of need, but out of desire. When you date someone hoping they'll fix you, that's not love. That's unpaid emotional labor. And let's be honest, most people are barely holding themselves together. They're not certified repairmen. I just need someone to complete me, we say. Sis, you're not a jigsaw puzzle. You're a whole masterpiece, with a few smudges maybe, but still art. The problem is, when you look for someone to complete you, you give them the power to define your worth. And when they leave, you feel like you're nothing again. If you don't know your worth, you'll keep giving discounts. You'll settle for the bare minimum guy because he remembered your dog's name one time. Or you'll chase the emotionally unavailable guy who only texts after midnight. You'll convince yourself he's just busy. No, he's just not that into growing up. When you love yourself, you spot red flags in 4K resolution. You don't make excuses, you don't play therapist, and you definitely don't try to turn red flags into Valentine's Day decorations. The biggest myth is that being alone means being lonely. But let me tell you, being alone can be powerful. You get to rediscover what makes you happy. You get to binge reality shows, order extra fries, and wear avocado face masks without anyone judging you. You start building a relationship with the most important person in your life. You. You take yourself on solo coffee dates. You journal. You set boundaries. You say no without guilt. And something magical happens. You stop craving attention and start attracting respect. Now, that's hot. Because here's the truth. The love you accept from others will always reflect the love you give yourself. If you tolerate breadcrumb love, it's probably because you're feeding yourself crumbs too. Self-love isn't about perfection. It's not about thinking you're flawless. It's about embracing your flaws without letting them define your value. It's being able to sit in silence with yourself and feel peace, not panic. It's being your own cheerleader when life flops. And it's reminding yourself, even if nobody texts me good morning, I'm still worthy. Some days, self-love looks like meditating with your crystals. Other days, it's crying in the shower while blasting Adele. And that's okay. That's part of it. Healing isn't a straight line. It's a chaotic scribble with a few pit stops at why did I ever like them? Sometimes self-love means leaving the situationship that gave you anxiety and 3 new therapy topics. Sometimes it means setting boundaries, even when your voice shakes. Sometimes it means blocking someone, not out of hate, but out of self-respect. When you love yourself, your standards rise. Not because you're picky, but because you're protective of your peace. You realize that real love doesn't come to rescue you, it comes to walk beside you. It doesn't fill your cup, it clinks glasses with you. It doesn't complete you, it complements you, and that's the kind of love worth waiting for. But before that, you've got to date yourself. Get to know your habits, your wounds, your dreams. Take yourself seriously. Laugh at your own jokes. Dance in your kitchen. Heal your heart. Write letters you never send. When you become the love of your own life, you stop begging for someone to love you right. You demand it by default, because love starts within. So before you rush into another maybe they'll change relationship, pause. Look in the mirror. Smile at the person staring back. Tell them we've been through a lot. but we're still standing, and I'm proud of you. Because if you can love yourself through all your awkward phases, broken moments, and questionable haircut decisions, that's real love. Be the person you want to date. The rest will follow.